Good morning, friends. Hey, last week I did a little weekend garden stroll and the feedback was pleasantly surprising. I think that some of you enjoyed it, those that are seeing it. So I thought maybe Saturday morning we could just do a garden walk. Each season in here is so different. It's so beautiful, and I'm so excited to share this space with you guys, and I hope that it inspires you to support your local farmer, to start your own garden. You know, he who controls the food kind of controls everybody, right? And our systems are really broken. We need a massive cultural shift, I think, into food accountability, and I think that one of the ways that we can sort of inspire that is to, you know, share about what happens in the food industry on both animal agriculture and crop production. You know, food is medicine, but what we're being fed is illness and pain and suffering. It's just such exploitation on so many levels. When we can live happily and thrive with a diet that actually keeps us healthy and doesn't harm anybody or anything, right? So anyway, I thought we would just walk around the ranch's lower garden and I'll show you kind of what's happening in here. Are you guys ready? Okay, let's go. So right here is one of our Cosmo beds. We have another one over there. We also have a cut flower garden here because we make our own centerpieces for our events. We also donate flower bouquets to help folks smile that maybe need a little bit extra help to find a reason to. And it's all local, sustainable. The flower industry, it's pretty amazing. Like 90% of flowers are imported from other countries, and it's such a hardship on the people that work in these industries, the carbon footprint that it makes, and many of them are covered in pesticides. So we don't do any of that here. This is one of our beautiful volunteer watermelon plants that popped up in the flower bed, and of course we're letting it roll because it's so pretty. It's gonna trellis out pretty far, and it's already getting little blooms. It's getting ready to start growing fruit. So we're super excited about that. Over here is strawberries, which are still hanging in there. It's getting pretty hot now, but we are still getting little babies. And of course, as they ripen, we harvest them and we feed them directly to the animals. And it's really beautiful. We have some dill that's going to seed. Isn't that beautiful? And if you could smell that, oh, it smells so amazing. Like absolutely amazing. Apple tree, we have 4 apple trees in this garden area. Of course, we have our pollinator gardens, our string beans. So we're actually going to be harvesting these today. We have tons. Can you see all that? Oh my goodness. This is just one of several beds of green beans that we have. And again, you'll notice that we grow upward as much as we can. We like vertical growing because it has better airflow, and we can get more crops in here. So these are our little summer squashes, and they are booming. The animals are enjoying them every single day. We have summer squash as well as the Italian, and then we have the little patty pans, which are really lovely. Our tomato plants are starting to take off as well. Of course, we succession these through, so we have some in different stages, from little babies that are coming up to those that are already producing. Look at these indigo cherries. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh my goodness. So exciting. More string beans. We've got lots of cantaloupe. We've got our sugar pumpkins in this area. Let me actually try to show you this. So we're already having to support because they're growing up. And then we have over over 200 pumpkin plants down here that we're growing for our pumpkin patch in the fall. This right here is watermelon. We've got more pumpkin and another succession planting of corn that will be coming up. We have acorn squash for the fall. Look at these babies. Can you see in there? How awesome is that? So good. Of course, we mulch everything down and we do drips so that we can conserve the water and help the soil retain it. Our cucumbers are taken off. We've got a couple different varieties that we grow. Oh my gosh, so much goodness. Our little rainbow chard, that's all that's left. That really, and celery, those are really cool weather crops that are hanging in there, but they are probably not going to be around for much longer. We've got butter baby squash and winter squashes coming up in these beds. More. Green beans. We are going to have enough for markets on green beans. But that's great because we like to donate to the food pantry, and we're trying to get to where we can donate every week. More squash. Another pollinator garden area. Our carrots are flowering. This is all carrots in here that we'll be harvesting out now that it's hot. The carrots do not do well in the heat. And then of course this is echinacea. And I shared this last night at sunset. It was just glowing. It was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, so pretty. And those little cowboys back there, can you see them? Sweet boys. More carrots. And then we have, these are the little patty pan squashes that are coming up. Let's see if I can find any to show you. There's a little baby right there coming. More tomatoes. We have like 1 million tomatoes coming up. Our bell peppers. More cucumbers. Lots of more squash. Of course, more beautiful flowers. Yeah. And then of course we have sunflowers, onion. This is one of our corn beds. We have another one going. Really excited about that. We've struggled with corn in the past. It's really interesting. Corn's really interesting, the way that it pollinates itself and what's needed to actually get the kernels on the cob. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so check this out. So this little like tassel-y grain looking thing, this is the male part of a corn plant, and they grow up higher, and this is the part that pollinates the female, which is down lower. And we, like, our females are just starting to come out. They're more of like a finer tassel-y thing, and so you have to pollinate the whole bottom part of that plant for the kernels to grow on the cob. So our corn is growing nicely. We're starting to get the male parts. The female parts will come shortly, and then hopefully like a little after that we're going to have corn that we'll be able to share it. It's a beautiful, here's another male part, to share with our residents as well as food insecure folks in town. Like I said, we have 2 other beds. This is just one of them, but no female parts yet. But hopefully they're going to come. And then we have more cantaloupe. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this. You can see our sunflowers are doing amazing. We plant sunflowers strategically in some of our beds. And the reason that we do that, can you see the hummingbird in there? So we do this because it provides snacks and safety for our flying friends. It also provides a snack to the birds. So while the birds are taking the sunflower seeds, they're leaving the flowers and the produce that's under it alone. And it provides shade to our plants that are fragile to the heat. And let me tell you, it is hot. We're already in the 90s and it's like 8 a.m. Anyway, you just have to be careful because they do put off like this oil that isn't friendly for every veggie plant, but flowers and the veggie plants that are good with them, gosh, they're a really awesome companion plant to put up. Plus, they're super pretty. Anyway, we still have a little bit of calendula hanging on. We've got our zinnias coming up. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this. I hope it inspires you to think about where your food comes from and how we can all take steps, whether it's, starting a tomato plant in a pot on your porch, or getting to know your local farmer, going to your local farmer's mart, and just, supporting local and choosing to put your money into foods that are pesticide free, that are, heirloom or organic seeds that haven't been genetically modified. So much better for us. Anyway, I could probably talk for hours on that, but we could just eat plants. We'd surely save way more animals than I could ever possibly bring here. Planet would be healthier and we would be way healthier. That beautiful bee up there happily buzzing around. Love it. All right, friends. Well, happy Saturday. Let me know. Do you guys like this? Should we do Saturday morning strolls? Maybe next Saturday we'll do the upper garden. We've got some fun stuff up there too. All right. Well, have a blessed day.